Just a precise measurements are necessary in science, it is equally important to be able to make rough estimates of quantities using rudimentary ideas and common observations. Think of the ways by which you can estimate the following. Where an estimate is difficult to obtain, try to get an upper bound on the quantity. The first one, the total mass of rain-bearing clouds over India during monsoon. The height of the water column during monsoon is recorded as 215 centimeters. That will be 2.15 meters. The area of our country is 3.3 into 10 to the power 12 meters square. Now to calculate the volume, that will be area into height. So total volume would be 7.1 into 10 to the power 12 meter cube. Therefore, mass of the rain-bearing clouds over India during monsoon would be volume into density. We got the volume as 7.1 into 10 to the power 12, and the density we know that of water is 10 to the power 3 kg per meter cube. So the answer would be 7.1 into 10 to the power 15 kgs. The mass of an elephant. Let's consider a large solid cube of known density having a density less than water. Measure the volume of water displaced when it is immersed in water, that is B. Measure the volume again when the elephant is kept on the cube. The volume of the water displaced by elephant will be the volume before the elephant was placed and the volume after the elephant was placed. The mass of this volume of water is equals to the mass of the elephant. Therefore, mass of the water displaced by elephant will be water displaced by the elephant into density of water. This will give the approximate mass of the elephant. The third one, the wind speed during a storm. A rotating device can be used to determine the speed of the wind. As the wind blows, the number of rotations per second will give the wind speed. Fourth one, the number of strands of hair on your head. Let A be the area of head covered with hair. If R is the radius of the root of the hair, the area of the hair strand would be pi r square. So the number of hair would be total area of the head covered with hair divided by the area taken by the each strand of hair. That would be A by pi r square. The last one, the number of air molecules in your classroom. Let L and B and H be the length, height and breadth of the classroom. Therefore, volume of the room would be length into breadth into height. The volume of an air molecule would be 4 by 3 pi r cube, where small r is the radius of an air molecule. We are considering air molecule as to be sphere. The number of air molecules in the classroom would be volume of air molecule divided by the total volume of the room. That will be 4 pi r cube by 3 into length into breadth into height.